Seriously, this is stupid. The only person that thinks this is gonna be funny is you. You know what? I've had it up to here with this. You know what? I'm done. I'm over it. Nope, I'm done. Screw you, dude, I'm going outside.
Hey, what's cracking YouTube? I'm Brandon and welcome to DaVinci's Alchemyst. New viewers and subscribers, thanks for coming by and checking out my video today. Here we are in the thick of spring. Everything's beautiful, everything's blooming, bright colors, all thanks to our friend, the honeybee. So there are three classifications of bee in the bee hierarchy. That is the queen that lays all the eggs, the drones that go out and basically breed with the queens, and then there's the worker bees, the female bees that run around and they do all the stuff that's necessary, taking care of the wee little baby bees, going and getting all the pollen, converting all of the pollen and nectar into honey itself, and creating the hive and the honeycomb and all of that good stuff. Bees are extraordinarily important to our agricultural lifestyle. While they're running around grabbing all of their honey and the pollen from plants, they're running around pollinating everything, which is super, super important. Why am I telling you all this stuff? Because we're focusing on Bee from Zoologist. Bee is the most recent release from Victor Wong and Zoologist. I grabbed myself a small travel bottle, but I will show you the full-size bottle over here in the corner. Typical Zoologist presentation with their bottle style, and they have a nice little picture of a queen bee on the front of the bottle. The perfumer for Bee is Cristiano Canali, who is a relatively new perfumer from what I've gathered. One of his other works that I'm aware of is Romanza from Mask Milano, and he worked with Zoologist to create their vision of the bee itself. So let's get right into this. When I first put on Bee, I get kind of a white floral, almost kind of a green element involved, but that ginger sort of citrus pop peeks out, and it really gives it this nice little sparkle. There is certainly an ambery sort of element involved in Bee, and there is some resinous spice going on as well. It has almost kind of a powdery vibe to it, and that typically starts to show itself right around when the dry down happens. So let's talk about the idea of a honey note in this fragrance. I don't know that this is necessarily typically what you would consider to be a normal honey note. What I get out of it more or less is that it's more of like the bee pollen itself, which I think that actually is kind of nice because it lends credence to the actual worker bees and the environment inside that hive. Because if any of you have ever gone to a nature store and taken like a big whiff out of the bee pollen, I'm not sure how popular it is now, but I know that back in the early aughts, it was a kind of a big popular health thing to have bee pollen, and they would have it at some of those health food stores. You could get bags of it or whatever, like bulk. And if you took a big whiff of that bee pollen smell, that's kind of what I get out of Bee by Zoologist. Not that sweet, sticky sort of honey vibe, more of a dense, textural, actual beeswax feel to it. And I really love how that texture settles out into a very nice, soft feel as it dries down. I can tell you for certain that my dog absolutely loves this fragrance, because when I had it on my hands for testing, he would not leave me alone, constantly trying to lick it off of my hands. So let me tell you a little bit about Zoologist Bee directly from their website. It is an eau de parfum concentration sitting at 18%. The top notes are orange, ginger syrup, royal jelly accord. The heart notes include broom, heliotrope, mimosa, and orange flower. The base notes include benzoin, labdanum, musks, sandalwood, tonka, and vanilla. And Zoologist wants you to know that no bees were harmed in the harvesting of beeswax that is also contained in this fragrance. An excerpt from this website as a bit of a backstory to this fragrance: like the frantic hustle of the bee through a maze of multifaceted scents, Zoologist Bee delivers a surreal experience. The rich aroma of honey captivates, while alluring florals, royal jelly, animalic beeswax, and regal incense unite to create a buzz, offering excitement and the sweet rewards of life. So let's get right into my rating system without further ado. Check it off into scent to start. So the scent itself, I give it a 3.75. Really, really enjoyable. Has that incensey, that ambery quality. Kind of gives it almost an oriental bend, and super love that ginger. And again, the bee pollen aspect in there, it's not super sweet and sticky, and it's definitely not exactly what I was expecting. So again, 3.75 for the scent. The sillage / projection category lumped into one, the cloud that you leave behind you and the way that it emanates off of your body. Now this is actually, at least on my skin, it wasn't super crazy, so I gave it a 2.5, an average score. It's not awesome, at least on my skin, as far as how much it gets around you, but I know that I can smell it myself, and to me, that's all I really care about. But for the purpose of the fact that it doesn't really project like a beast, or leave a huge cloud, we're gonna go with a average score of 2.5 for the sillage / projection category. Moving right along into longevity. Now this actually is where it does excel quite a bit. On skin, for me, I'm getting right around the 10-hour mark before it starts to get super close to the skin, or even not necessarily all that noticeable. On my clothes and on a test strip, that actually lasts for a couple of days. I was able to notice it coming back to that test strip after those couple of days, and after having thrown a shirt off to the side and picked it up to put it in the laundry, I did notice that it stayed on that shirt as well. So I'm giving that longevity score a 4. Brings us now to the overall, throwing everything together, just around a 3.5 for the overall score for Bee Zoologist. Definitely an above average fragrance, and most likely one that I will buy a large bottle for my collection because I really do enjoy this. What I hear in my head when I have on Bee is a Blind Melon song. And now I know what a lot of you are gonna think, at least those of you that know about Blind Melon. I know that some of you are gonna be thinking it's probably that song No Rain because of the little girl that jumps around in the bee costume. However, that is not it. I get Soak the Sin and Tones of Home, those two songs. They are from the same album that Blind Melon put out with No Rain, but those are the two songs that resonate with me and I can hear inside my head when I'm wearing Bee. Beautiful songs, and they definitely match a beautiful fragrance. As always, guys, I highly suggest that you do get a sample of Bee and check it out. Try it for yourselves, see if you like it. I really enjoy it. Hopefully you will too. Go to Zoologist's website, order some samples, check out their stuff. They make really cool things, man. Definitely check them out if you haven't had a chance to yet. And that, my friends, is the end of this video. So if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and feel free to do so now. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, and also to hit that, rather smash the dog shit out of that notification bell so that you can be notified of when I drop my future videos. Please feel free to share this and all of the DaVinci Alchemyst offerings with your friends, and I hope that you guys are having a great, beautiful spring day. Hope you're having a good week, and I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget, keep calm, stink pretty.